BSTN.
Welcome to SaaS Center. I'm your host, Pan Datrick. SaaS Center is where we cover CRM with the same enthusiasm as every Cal Raleigh at-bat for the Seattle Mariners in this year's MLB playoffs. It's a lot of enthusiasm. Speaking of the big dumper, Dreamforce 2025 just dropped and launched or started in San Francisco, and Salesforce has the answer to everything, which is more AI agents, apparently. Agentforce 360 launched and is now featuring agent script for programming agents via text, because apparently we've reinvented basic coding again and called it revolutionary, job mark, plus Agentforce Builder for testing and deploying agents. The kicker, deeper Slack integration, because you know that your channels definitely needed more automated messages at 4:45 p.m. on Fridays. Salesforce touts 12,000 Agentforce customers, only 3 of which responded as happy. It sounds impressive until you remember that customers and successful implementations are very different and usually open for interpretation. But hey, Benioff's handing out AI agents like Oprah. You get an agent, you get an agent, you get an agent. We would send it to our field reporter in Dreamforce, Rob Jones, but he was kicked out of the event last week before it even started. Either way, you can't knock Salesforce's strategy. If one AI agent is good, 12,000 is a hell of a lot better. It's like Oprah met Skynet and they had a baby named Enterprise Solutions. No, not so much on that one. Either way, another cybersecurity issue with Salesforce. In timing that could not be worse, speaking of Salesforce, hackers claim they stole 1 billion Salesforce customer records, billion with a B, right? As Dreamforce has now kicked off. That's like announcing, welcome to the new Hell's Kitchen location in Atlanta. Don't order the beef Wellington, it has roach turds in it. Anyway, Salesforce says no ransom, which is either incredibly principled or incredibly confident. Did we intro this as billion records being held hostage? I really respect them for not negotiating with cyber terrorists, if that's what you can call them. Anyway, customers are asking, should I be worried? And the answer is, well, hell yes. But you've probably been breached 3 or 4 times already and just don't know it yet. So, same as always? Hey, if you're lucky, you may get one of those class action lawsuit settlements where you get a check for $32.91, which is, by the way, about halfway to the cost of that discounted beef Wellington. It's worth mentioning, I have a show note here. It's worth mentioning that Salesforce's support line is now just a recording. A recording saying, have you tried turning your security on and off again? Followed by 47 minutes of hold jazz from 1988. On now to our least favorite segment, Funeral of the Week.
Funeral of the Week.
We gather now to mourn training platforms that don't actually change behavior. That's right, born in the early 2000s, LMS platforms promise to enable teams through knowledge, but here's the problem. Nobody gives a shit about watching a 45-minute training video. Why sit through Salesforce training when ChatGPT answers, how do I create a custom field in 10 seconds or less? Enablement budgets are up, but quota attainment is flat. We're spending more to achieve the same mediocre results. I will say training doesn't equal doing. Knowledge is free now. Constraint is behavior, getting people to follow a process. Tools that enforce process in the moment are the future. And I think that's what LMSs would have wanted. Training modules that just track course completion, that's not enablement. That's theater. Rest in peace, passive learning. The family asked that in lieu of flowers, please implement actual process enforcement. You can use Super. Your reps will thank you. Well, would you look at that? Speaking of process enforcement and one of the best timed commercial breaks ever, we are going to take a break, kick it to our favorite sponsor, Super, who may have been complicit in the murder of LMS. The jury's still investigating, or I guess the FBI is. Whatever makes that joke work. Super helps reps visualize expectations. Whether you're in a CRM platform like HubSpot or Salesforce, wherever documentation is needed, Super ensures that people can visualize what's expected of them. Take a look.
This is Rob. Rob is a sales rep. This is a visual example of Rob trying to follow the sales process. It's also an example of him searching for process documentation. Then Rob got supered, and process boards show him what to do now and what to do next. Rob can now visualize sales expectations. Be like Rob. Get supered.
And we're back to SaaS Center. I'm still your host, Pan Datrick. Got a little bit of HubSpot news. At Inbound, and for the remaining month after, HubSpot has been announcing and rolling out 200 plus, that's right, 200 plus new products at the Fall Spotlight. And I have one question. Who asked for this? I don't know. Data Hub replaces Ops Hub because apparently Operations Hub wasn't operating enough. Promises to unify, quote, structured, unstructured, and external data. Marketing speak for we're vacuuming up everything. Karen Ng, EVP of Product, I believe, says companies make decisions with only 20% of their data. The solution? Well, provide 200 more features and updates that they then have to keep up with and subsequently decide if they're impactful or important or whatever enough for them to care about. That'll definitely reduce complexity. They're pushing hybrid human AI teams, which is an adorable way to describe your AI coworker might be doing your job by Q2 2026. But don't worry, AI doesn't replace people. We should know this by now. It multiplies their impact, just like your manager multiplies your workload every sprint. In all seriousness, something we rarely do on this show and will rarely do, this being our first episode, we've got to applaud HubSpot for their pace of innovation. They really, truly are solving for the customer as they've always done. Problem is that the customer is an impatient asshole. I mean, just this last week, October 9th, new CRM Smart Insights update and an explanation on what smart actually means. October 10th, an update to configure unsubscribe links in email. October 13th, custom assistance update who can now read HubSpot data. October 14th, customer agent can now, get this, view and edit contact properties. October 15th, customer agent now wonders why you never circle back with them or offer them discounts or want to hear about their day, huh? Look, this show isn't red leaning or blue leaning. It's orange leaning, by God. And I will never stop being the biggest stan alive of Dharmesh, of Yamini, of John Dick, of Carrot, their product team, the other Caleb King, the city of Boston, the customers, HubSpot reps, Indy. Are you playing me off? On our first show. Well, that didn't last long. Look, I'll wrap it up. HubSpot's product strategy is throw everything at the wall and see what gets adopted before the free trial expires. We've known that. But with Supered, that would be 100% of your team's processes in HubSpot, by the way. Well, got a bit of... Yeah, we were going to go to a segment about tech layoffs. Unfortunately, the writer for that story, and ironically, has been recently laid off. So, welcome to a new segment called Mount Rushmore. Pause for production. Yeah, Mount Rushmore. Every week we look at the top 4 of whatever it is I feel like that week. And this week, top 4 AI excuses that justify your job losses. Number 4, streamlining operations. It's corporate speak for we're firing people and keeping the work. Stream is also a body of water like a creek, as in we were already up shit creek and now we have reallocated funds for your paddle. Number 3, organizational realignment. Sounds like fixing something broken when really you're breaking something that worked. Which reminds me I need to make an appointment with my chiropractor. Number 2, right-sizing the workforce. Victim blaming, but for employment. Interesting that both downsize and right-size are the same direction in this analogy, and it's downright corporate BS for the vehicle we're using to travel along our product roadmap is now a Waymo. It's just for you, Austin. And number 1, AI transformation. Yep, that's right. The champion. We're not firing you. We're transforming into a digital-first AI augmented future. Translation there. ChatGPT is cheaper than your salary and doesn't need health insurance or dental. Vision, TBD. If your CEO uses any of these in all hands, update your LinkedIn profile immediately. We're not currently hiring at Supered, but we'll see what we can do. Moving on. Everybody's favorite segment, a blooper reel. We're doing AI oops.
When the prompt is good, but the output's poop, it's AI oops.
This week on AI oops, the entire enterprise AI pilot ecosystem sporting a 95% failure rate. That's right, 19 out of 20 AI projects fail harder than a drunk giraffe on roller skates. Here's the problem. AI does 3 months of work in about 5 minutes. Sounds amazing. Trust me, it's pretty cool to see. Until humans have to review that work. You've traded 3 months of work for 5 minutes of output plus 2 weeks of verification. Congratulations. You've automated yourself into a bottleneck. IBM, on a semi-related note, cut 8,000 workers for automation, then quietly rehired them as gig workers. Klarna bragged about AI doing 700 people's work, then rehired those people 5 months later. TLDR, AI will in fact take your jobs, but only momentarily before giving them right back to you. Just stay vigilant, fam. MIT economist Darren Acemoglu predicts modest productivity impacts over 10 years. We're burning billions to achieve moderate improvements. Nothing makes me happier than watching companies speed run, implement AI, and fire everyone, only to discover AI can't actually do the job. That's great. Speaking of doing the job, another quick break here related to an AI that actually does work and has worked for quite a while now. 2 questions. 1, do you suck at spelling? 2, do you frequent the internet? Well, if either one of those applied to you, check out this chart-topping hit about our friends at Grammarly in this week's Song of the Week.
I should post something on LinkedIn, right? Looking for a job. How's this sound?
I'm looking for a role in pubic relations. Maybe you should work on your public communication. Headed to the doc for my annual flu shit.
Weird, that's the thing I hope you want to prevent.
Our in-ground poo is right at 9 feet deep. Holy crap, that's gross, but I kinda wanna see.
Despite all the negative press, Kofifi.
You could just avoid the negativity completely. You don't know the difference between a 2 and 2, but if you had some common sense, they wouldn't know that about you. You can fake it till you make it. Bad spelling, just telling the internet you're trying to break it. One lost comma won't cause the death of your mama, but she damn well might fake it. Some advice if you'll take it. Help is cheap. Grammarly works and the web is deep, so fake it till you make it. So fake it till you make it.
Violators will be towed and fined $50.
I'm about to be violating constantly. Are you sure that you want to exist? Damn, I'm hesitating. What's wrong with me? Over 10 billion customers severed. Crazy carnage numbers for a burger joint.
I love the smell of expensive colon.
Are you guys finally getting the point? Yeah. You don't know the difference between the 2 and 2, but if you had some common sense, they wouldn't know that about you. You can fake it till you make it. Bad spelling, just telling the internet you're trying to break it. One lost comma won't cause the death of your mama, but she damn well might fake it. Some advice if you'll take it. Help is cheap. Grammarly works and the web is deep, so fake it till you make it. So fake it till you make it. So fake it till you make it.
Welcome back to SaaS Center. I'm your host, Pan Datrick, and I want to admit something. I lied to you moments ago. I said that everybody's favorite segment was AI. Oops. That is not true. This is everybody's favorite segment. It's time for Nice Ass.
Nice sass.
This week, Filigran is the Nice Ass, this Paris-based cybersecurity SaaS that raised $58 million. That's more than most people's GDP. The round was led by Eurazeo, Insight Partners, and Excel. The 3 wise men, instead of gold and frankincense, they bring term sheets and unsolicited growth advice. That's what everybody wanted. What does Filigran do? Well, cybersecurity and data platforms, which in 2025 is printing money because did you Were you listening earlier about the second Salesforce data security breach we've had in the last 2 weeks? Probably not, but that's what it's for. That's how they got $58 million. European SaaS is on fire right now. UK's Patchworks closed £5 million. San Francisco's Glue, which isn't technically in Europe, they raised 20. Must be a global thing. And can we talk about filigrane? Sounds like a French dessert, but it's cybersecurity. That is Range. Must be weird for their sales team. No, we don't cater events, but we might. Also, filigrane making cybersecurity look good, and if that's not impressive in 2025, then I don't know what is. That sector is usually as attractive as a CAPTCHA test. Last segment of the day for our inaugural episode. Had to end it the right way. It's time now for Finally Adopted. Finally Adopted is our Supered-centric segment. What a mouthful. Supered-centric segment where we talk about the joys of adoption, process adoption, that is. We are unfortunately not in partnership with Sarah McLachlan yet. First up, partners, because Supered loves partners. Here's a few shout outs to people who have gotten Supered operator certifications recently, which apparently is a must-have job requirement. I've seen 2 or 3 posts listing that as a definite plus in getting hired at a HubSpot agency. I'm going to say any names. Pause awkwardly in the show notes. All right, I've awkwardly paused. Cert graduations. Lucy Strack from Bloom Transitions. Congrats, Lucy. Jess Mirabello from Alpha Whale. Casey Goodrich, Lake One. And the All Demand team, by the way, founded by Eva McCann, is officially a Supered partner. Woo! Confetti cannons. Confetti cannons. I'll tell you what, that's the best news I've gotten since my dermatologist told me that freckle on my arm was just that, in fact, a freckle. Dodged a bullet there. Also, Second Mile, Hannah Lee, who participated in the 10K pitch. Hannah Lee at Second Mile says she's had 4 or 5 conversations in the past 2 weeks with folks who have heard about their fiber e-commerce solution. That's right, on LinkedIn. And they've upped bookings from 180K to, get this, 650,000 because of Package Builder. As they say, good things come in Supered packages. Well, that's all. Sweating. That's it for the first ever official episode of SaaS Center on BSTN. Just know we did hear your feedback, sincerely, about making the show shorter, about introducing more cuts and B-roll, about making the host suck less. And you know what? We listened. We did. We documented everything. But then we couldn't find any of that documentation when it was needed, right now, in the flow of work, which isn't great for the audience, but our audience doesn't have to have that problem. They get Supered. See you next time on SaaS Center.
BSTN.